At the end of January, I took a once-in-a-lifetime trip. Well, hopefully once in a lifetime. I went on my honeymoon to Maui. It was my first time visiting Hawaii and my first time traveling via air since I think 2019. And this video is a look at what I brought for my everyday carry, because we all know I'm incapable of leaving my iPad at home. First up, my bag. The bag I brought with me is a camera backpack by Brevity. It's their jumper in the Nimbus Gray. At first glance, it looks very small, but has a ton of compartments, and I honestly didn't fill up this bag as much as I thought I would for the trip, making it perfect for stowing under the seat in front of me on my flights, but also wearing it on my back for long 11 to 12 hour days for adventures, like on the road to Hana. The removable padded dividers made it very easy to stow my camera in the quick access pocket, which I liked for those shots on the go via that door. It also made it easier to take out my camera when going through TSA. It also features a huge 16-inch laptop sleeve, a luggage pass-through sleeve, and a tripod holder. I just love how simple and minimal this bag is. It doesn't look like a camera backpack, which is one of the things that I like about it. I honestly can't say enough nice things about this backpack. My camera is the Canon R, and I brought along the 24 to 7mm 2.5 zoom lens. This is my main camera and lens, and though it is a pretty big unit together, especially for travel, I was able to get some really great shots due to its wider angle and focal length compared to the smaller lenses and camera bodies that I have. The strap on my camera is the Lee strap from Peak Design. I love how mature and still beautiful this strap looks. But my favorite part of the strap is the quick release anchors that are featured. Makes it really easy to connect to the camera and disengage from the camera instead of just threading the camera straps through the loops of my camera body. What's great about the camera strap is this strap isn't just limited to the camera body itself. I have the aluminum Peak Design travel tripod that I also brought along with me on my trip, but what's great about the camera strap is I can actually attach it to the bag of the tripod as well. Of course, I strap the tripod to the tripod holder on the backpack when on the go, but it's nice to have that option with the Peak Design camera strap. I love this travel tripod so much. It's incredibly lightweight. The locking mechanisms and the design of the ball head are absolutely intelligent and super efficient. And I love that it contains kind of a hidden phone mount within the main column of the tripod. It's the most portable, packable, and efficient tripod for traveling and honestly for everything. I brought along the new 2021 M1 12.9-inch iPad Pro. Yes, I know, I did not bring the iPad mini, which is what I would normally take with me when going out. And this is simply because I decided against bringing my MacBook Pro, my laptop. So not having my laptop with this trip certainly lightened my load as far as tech gear goes, since I knew I was bringing my iPad Pro in place of that. The case on my iPad Pro is the Smart Folio from Apple in their English lavender colorway. Of course, with my iPad Pro, I brought along my 2nd gen Apple Pencil. On my Apple Pencil is the Nimble Grip from Uppercase, who is so kindly sponsoring this video. It makes the writing and drawing experience using the Apple Pencil that much better. For when I want to switch it up for my Apple Pencil, I can also go full sleeve with the Nimble Sleeve by Uppercase as well. It offers protection across the entire Apple Pencil, and it is compatible with the magnetic charging of the iPad. I don't have to remove the Nimble Sleeve like I do with the Nimble Grip whenever I do want to use that magnetic charging. And paired with the Nimble Stand by Uppercase, it just makes a nice little setup for writing and drawing on the go. With how small everything is, I had no issue stowing this in my bag or pulling everything out when I wanted a nice drawing or writing experience on the plane or on the go. With my iPad Pro, I was able to download movies right before the flights if I wanted to, so watched all the Pirates of the Caribbean movies and it was totally worth it. Another important component in my travel EDC is the Apple AirTag. I basically carried all of my prized possessions, my most expensive devices and gadgets on my back, so I was comforted in knowing that I could track its location with the Apple AirTag. My camera, my lens, my iPad, and Apple Pencil, that's a lot of expensive stuff that could get lost or stolen. So with the AirTag, I had that peace of mind. With the AirTag, I have it secured inside my camera backpack, and I just have more peace of mind while traveling, knowing that I can see its location or get reminders if I leave it behind. I have my AirTag secured through the Nimble shell by Uppercase. Not only do I love the fact that it also matches my Apple Pencil accessories from the same brand, but it's beautifully soft and its minimal design ensures that my stuff is where I expect it to be. If you're interested in any of these products though that I've mentioned by Uppercase, I'll have links for everything in the description below. Thank you so much to Uppercase for sponsoring this part of the video. To make things easier on myself when going through TSA, I stored my additional camera batteries and charger in this tech zip pouch that I got from Amazon. I also purchased a pretty large power bank when I need to charge something on the go. And in this pouch, I also stored my SD cards and storage, two 20-watt charging bricks from Apple, and a USB-C to lightning cable for my phone, since iPhones don't have USB-C yet, and a USB-C to USB-C cable for my iPad and other hardware. And then of course, my Apple Watch charger. It's not the most efficient charging setup, but it ended up being worth it because the hotel didn't have that many wall outlets. I also brought along a USB-C hub with me for transferring photos from my SD card to my iPad. I brought along the Series 7 and Starlight along with me, which ended up kind of being the hero of this trip. With the Apple Watch, you can unlock your phone while wearing a face mask, and I saved so much time when I needed to use my phone through TSA or just lines for things, and just moments where people and myself around me were in a rush or trying to find a spot away from others and pulling down masks or hurriedly typing in my passcode. All of that would have been a burden, and I didn't have to deal with any of that due to the Apple Watch with the iPhone. There are supposedly updates coming soon with iOS 15.4 that allows you to have Face ID work with your face mask on and no Apple Watch for iPhone 12s and iPhone 13s, but for this trip it was really nice having that Apple Watch feature with my iPhone. And of course I brought my phone. I recently upgraded to the iPhone 13 Pro Max in the Sierra Blue colorway. I absolutely loved having this phone with me on my trip because it takes such stellar photo and video. It's kind of hard to tell what I took on my iPhone and what I took on my camera with this trip. An additional accessory I brought for my phone was this cheap underwater case that I found on Amazon. I tested it prior to my trip and ran into no issues with it, and it worked great during a morning of snorkeling at Turtletown and Molokini Crater. For earbuds, I packed the 3rd generation AirPods. I absolutely love these things. I'm not big on noise cancellation and whatnot, so it didn't make a ton of sense for me to pay more for the Pros. These were obviously a crucial part of the trip for watching Pirates of the Caribbean on the plane. The case I'm using though is this cute peach case from Elago. I mean, I don't know, I find it pretty fantastic. So that's everything I brought with me on my trip, and I still had so much more room in my backpack where bringing the additional camera or lenses wouldn't have been a problem. But of course I used that extra space for airport snacks and a change of clothes. Oh, and my liquids, which I stored safely in the top compartment away from my equipment. It was my first time traveling in 2 to 3 years, and while I was pretty nervous about being on the plane and all the new travel requirements and restrictions, the trip went smoothly and we had a really memorable honeymoon. I took my carry with me literally to the 10,000 foot summit of a volcano and under the sea with me, no problem. It was lightweight, easy to grab my stuff even when in a hurry, and I was able to capture a lot more on this trip and enjoy every second of it. Don't forget that links to everything, especially the uppercase accessories that I mentioned in this video, will be linked down in the description for you. Let me know what you're carrying in your everyday carry, especially when you travel. I'm interested in seeing what you bring along with you. Don't forget to subscribe if you're new around here. I would absolutely love that, and I will see you in the next video. Bye!